Wait, what are these? Hey? Wait, how is this moving?
Many people watching this moment believe that these figures are spirits living inside the costumes. Some viewers are convinced that there are no humans involved at all. Others go even further and claim that what is happening is dark, dangerous, or a scam. But to understand what is really going on, we need to step away from internet reactions and look at the cultural background behind these figures. These figures are known as Zangbeto. They originate from Benin and surrounding regions in West Africa, where they have existed for centuries. Zangbeto are traditionally seen as guardians of the community. They represent protection, order, and spiritual authority within local culture. In local belief systems, Zangbeto are not treated as costumes or entertainment. They are considered manifestations of spiritual presence within the community. Their appearances are often accompanied by ritual, music, and strict rules. One of the biggest misunderstandings online is the idea that there is literally no human inside the costume. This is not entirely accurate. Trained individuals wear the Zangbeto costumes. However, the belief is not that these people are pretending to be spirits. The belief is that the spirit manifests itself through the person wearing the costume. This distinction is important because it explains why the costume design is so specific. The Zangbeto costume completely hides the human body. There are no visible arms, legs, or facial features. The shape is intentionally exaggerated and unnatural. This design creates the illusion that there is no human inside, which reinforces the spiritual symbolism. For outsiders, this can look unsettling or impossible. For locals, it is a powerful visual representation of tradition and belief. When IShowSpeed encounters Zangbeto during his visit, his reaction becomes a major part of why this moment goes viral. Speed is known for exaggerated reactions and high energy, which works extremely well on the internet. That said, if you're enjoying this explanation and want to see more deep dives like this, make sure to hit like and subscribe so you don't miss any future videos. In this situation, Speed is suddenly placed into a cultural setting he does not fully understand. His reaction is fear, confusion, and disbelief. From the viewer's perspective, this reaction reinforces the idea that something dangerous or supernatural is happening. But what we are really seeing is a cultural clash. A Western streamer whose content is built on extreme reactions is experiencing a tradition that has deep historical meaning to the people around him. The internet rarely slows down to explain this context. Instead, clips are shared without explanation. Titles and comments exaggerate the mystery, using words like spirit, demon, scam, or curse to drive engagement. This creates a feedback loop where misunderstanding spreads faster than information. Some critics argue that these experiences are staged for tourists. It is true that tourism can influence how traditions are presented. Certain rituals may be shortened, dramatized, or performed more frequently for visitors. However, this does not mean the tradition itself is fake. Cultural performances adapting to tourism does not erase their historical and spiritual significance. Labeling everything as a scam ignores the fact that these practices existed long before social media or live streaming. Zangbeto ceremonies have been documented for generations. They serve social roles within communities, including maintaining order and reinforcing cultural identity. What makes the moment with Speed especially viral is the contrast. On one side, you have a fast-paced internet personality. On the other, you have a slow symbolic tradition that does not translate easily through short clips. When these two worlds collide, the result is confusion rather than understanding. The costumes, the movement, and the silence all contribute to the mystery. Without explanation, viewers fill in the gaps with their own assumptions. This is why so many people believe there are literal spirits inside the costumes. The visual language of the tradition is designed to suggest something beyond the human. For believers, this is not meant to deceive. It is meant to represent a spiritual idea that cannot be explained through logic alone. Speed's presence amplifies this effect. His fear becomes the audience's fear. His disbelief becomes the audience's disbelief. But fear does not equal danger, and mystery does not equal deception. This moment did not go viral because it was evil or fake. It went viral because unfamiliar cultures are often misunderstood when filtered through entertainment. The internet rewards shock, not context. What looks strange on camera is, for many communities, a symbol of protection and identity. Understanding that difference changes the entire meaning of the clip. And once that context is added, the moment stops being scary and starts being a lesson in how easily culture can be misinterpreted online.